Hi guys, welcome to Joe's Camera, and this is another photo critique for the March 2022 photographic competition, Kgalagadi photographic competition. And in the first couple of months it goes quiet, and the people seem to be hitting up by around about March. I think then the December photos are being edited, and the guys hold back a bit. So from the month of March, we could see some world-class images coming through. And then April, I'll do April's just after that. We're a bit behind, but nevertheless, there's so many good photos that I've decided to not just pick top 6 or top 9, but really just take a lot of images that actually deserve to go through. Now, there are some images that should also go through, but there's here and there just a little thing. And we'll discuss that. So without further ado, let's get into the critique, go through the images as they are on Breach over here. As you can see, there's some very good images. I'll scan through this lot. Just like this, and normally what one can do is you can pick up the composition, the images that stand out. It is dangerous, however, to do this, because the images that normally are produced small or projected small is the ones that are good for Instagram and the smaller formats. So yeah, you can see quite a lot of interesting ones. Bull Mossam, it's got this very beautiful cheetah. What I have discussed, or what I have seen, is that Facebook is allowing a very small image to be saved all of a sudden. We could previously, if you remember, we could show the whole screen full. It is now smaller. So please watch the mail or the social media platforms, the Facebook page of Kgalagadi Photography, to see if we shouldn't rather switch over to email, because some of the images here are compressed way too small to actually judge. So they are good, but one can't put them through if the quality is not that good. So yeah, you can see. Let me just go through the people. Bull Mossam, then Carmen van der Merwe, a regular entry. Carmen has done some beautiful portraits. Dominique Maria, once again, our second or runner-up of last year. Dominique is once again produced some very good images. Doretta Colzo, Gerard Taron, also our fine art guy with always some good entries. Henny Blighnout, Henny van der Westhuizen, Hestie de Beer, Hugh Mitchler, our winner of last year. Mariet Lamprecht, Gert Lamprecht's wife, also now entering with some fantastic images over here. Moshin Goga, what a nice name for macro photographer, maybe switches over one day. Owen Grobler with that beautiful small image, wildlife. I'll discuss that in one of the programs to come. The small wildlife within the landscape, or the smaller sized wildlife within the bigger framed composition. Peter Rousseau, one of our regulars. Regal Colleen, Zies van Sail, and Zies van Sail. So what went through as finalists for March is that reflection of Bull Mossam, Dominique Maria. Let's go through them in a larger size. You can see beautiful reflection. It's not a full reflection, but nevertheless, it portrays the Kalahari, not that full of water. Beautiful image, out of focus, smooth backdrop. That cheetah looking towards the other side, and a very interesting composition. Dominique has entered this one, and the aardwolf, the brown hyena, is silhouetted. Of course, if it was totally silhouetted, it would have been a better image, but seeing that it's so evasive and we don't really see them often, it makes a very special picture. Very good glow in the horizon with some nice zones, black zone, colored zone, another zone, another zone, another zone. So there's very nice layers. And then this tree over here, a beautiful image of the Kgalagadi. Gerard Teron has done this composition of the giraffe, and you can see how normally this is a difficult image with the giraffes in the image, and this rendition, it just works for me once again. I absolutely love this, and look how small these giraffes are. Very clean foreground, just two trees, the grey camel thorn and the camel thorn, and a typical Kgalagadi landscape. A beautiful beam of light, sunrise through the camel thorn, so characteristic of the Kgalagadi itself, and good to be able to see that. Very good in-flight Cape Cobra. Beautiful portrait of the Cape foxes. I think we all photographed him during that period. All three drinking, and the mother, very well composed. Hugh Mitchell seeing the smaller and the finer things as we expect with him, and I think this is a macro photography in the Kgalagadi is still something that no one has touched. Very interesting image, and only if you've advanced your eye would you be able to do this image. A lot of people wouldn't have, and I wouldn't in the beginning have the guts to do this. To do this image really requires some maturity and a specific level of gratitude and eye to be able to see this image. And the more one look at this image, the more it talks to you, and we can talk in detail about that later. Another reflection of Huey, 50-50 reflection of the pigeons. And I think this is the same image as Huey's winning image of last year, with just a different composition where the gemsbok is running and the beams of light also going, covering or putting emphasis or accentuating the gemsbok and the actual landscape. I actually adore this image as well. And Mariette Lamprecht, as Gert's wife, has captured just full-on action shot. I would have liked to actually get the story from what direction the springbok was coming, and the cheetah as well, and if it actually did catch it, or maybe that second one catched it, and it leaves one to interpret the image and leave a lot of question marks, which retains the eye and makes for a good image then. Absolute fantastic portrait of Gemsbok, the icon of the Kgalagadi Gemsbok Park. Once again, it is the Kgalagadi Gemsbok Park. Guys, the name is still the same. Don't remove it. Transfrontier Park Kgalagadi is the overseeing park, or the joint park, but the Kgalagadi Gemsbok Park is a beautiful name, and I think we shouldn't stop use it. This is the image of Owen, and once again, I would like to discuss and make a program only of photographers that get it right to actually capture this, the bird so small with a very open or clean background, with a very nice sea curve that the pygmy falcon is sitting in, and indeed an extremely artistic image. Minimalistic. And this intrigues one. I don't know whether this cobra actually wants to eat, or whether he did swallow it, but very, very funny image, and I would like Johan to actually tell us at some stage what happened here. We'll drop them a mail to actually give us the story, but an absolute unique image, and I don't think ever been captured before. Beautiful portrait. What more can you say? Also flying, but look at that eye contact straight into the camera. There we go. So that's the finalist for the month of March. I just want to tell you guys, this is the Kgalagadi photography website, and I don't know if you guys have been through. You can maybe just scroll through there. This is the front page, and If you go down, you'll see their products and services. There's the photographic competition. If you want to enter with the prizes, there's click on that, and there's articles and tips. I want you guys to please enter. If you've got something interesting to write about in the Kgalagadi, please do that. Send it to me and I can post it over there. Anything photographic, anything environmental. There's the Kgalagadi video playlist on Joe's camera. It's got everything to do with the Kgalagadi. And there's a masterclass for wildlife photographers. There's a group of videos that is playlisted in there. Then there's maps that we've done ourselves, general information, recommended accommodation. We're busy with that. And we've got quite a few guest houses and lodges and shops and stops and butcheries that is already offering quite a substantial discount for photographers that Kgalagadi photographers and Joe's Cameras subscribers. So watch that, please. There's some really good discounts all over the country coming, and we'll put that in very soon. Same with restaurants and shops, guided photo safaris. I've done this platform so that people that do photographic safaris in the Kgalagadi actually have a platform to advertise on, and we'll open that up so that you can actually list on specific page. We'll give you a link to your page, and as well, if you want to advertise, you can actually advertise and take this block over here and advertise your clients, and we put video in, put a video of your product underneath, or I will indeed start photographing and having interviews with wildlife photographers that visiting the park, how they started, what makes them tick, what's their style, what's their preferences, what's their equipment, and what's their plans for the future. So that's a program that's going to follow soon. There's some information about the local communities. I want us to get involved with the local communities and start assisting the youth and the people that struggle along the Kgalagadi Gemsbok Park. The outdoor equipment that's under construction, as well as the other activities in the area, the 4x4 hires and photographic equipment for sale. So Kgalagadi photography, it's you have a drop-down list. We're going to have the stops from the Cape to Uppington. We've added that in, and there's some discounts coming there as well, and all the stops, major stops, and all the routes. So we've got the Cape to Uppington one, we've got the Uppington to Kgalagadi, and we're working on the other 5 routes from South Africa. So that's the Facebook page. We've loaded Tracy Slavin's a banner on the banner of our Facebook page, and I'm going to do that from now on. It's just select some good images, because what I have seen is that there are some images that I think we missed, and I think that's another thing that will make this program unique, or this competition unique, is the fact that every time one judges the photos of a competition like that, you're in a specific frame of mind. It's never the same. One's eye is never the same. Your emotions are never the same. So I've actually gone through the previous year's images, and I've seen images that has been in the finalists, but I want to reintroduce some of the better images into this year's competition. Maybe leave open a category, or at the end of the year, just add another category, which is we're going to call it previous year's overlooked images. I say overlooked because it's quite complicated. I'll make a program on the emotions and the frame of mind when one see a photo, or when you capture a photo, the emotions, and exactly the same when you judge or you look at a lot of photos like this. It is an absolute miracle that I can do this, because every time I look at the images and we put them together like that, it's like I visit the Kgalagadi again, the Kgalagadi. So I absolutely love it. I adore it. That's why I put my money on it. I sponsor it myself, is to be able to see all the photographers' photos and the exceptional work. I just want to also make a note and tell you that your copyright is never infringed over here. If you have an image that you want to enter, don't be scared that we're going to sell that image or copy it or place it somewhere where it will reduce its value. I will always do the most to actually promote the photographers, and the only place we're going to use these images will be on this platform, the Facebook page, as well as the website related, and it will always be with credentials or with credits given to the photographer. So there's the Facebook page. You guys can go and look at at the images. I mean, look at this image that Ilna Boyens has just entered. Absolutely awesome image. So let them entries carry on. Just don't be scared to enter, guys. We really look after them. The platform that we're creating this is a platform on the website that I want to promote the good Kgalagadi photographers as well. Give them a page, give them an interview, put it in the page. So the page is here to market you as photographers. Please see it in that way, and that none of your copyright will be infringed. And if you do go into collectibles and treat them as collectibles, the platform here is good enough to actually enhance your images instead of breaking down. That's why we do this platform. It looks good. You can look at all the images on the Facebook page, and you'll see that it's absolute world-class images that's on that Facebook page. It's not the same as Kalahari sightings, where every Tom, Dick, and Harry that takes a photo that calls himself a photographer, loads on sightings. It's not a sightings page. This is for photographers, serious photographers, or any photographer that want to become a serious photographer. But there's got to be a desire to improve your images instead of just loading up sightings. So that's the difference between Kgalagadi photography and all the other platforms that you have. It's absolutely there, and I've invested and built the content on all of these platforms so that I can soon now provide this platform for other guys to advertise and to stand together on a search engine optimization, from an optimization point of view, that 5 photographers or 50 photographers can market much better than one photographer on his own web page. So that's what it's all about. Thank you for staying with me for this one. I'll just switch off, go through the April images, and then do the April. See you later.